Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first World's Finest Podcast, Wrestling. By the way, we have to come up with a new name. I think the World's Finest name is like totally taken. It's copyrighted, so we have to come up with a new name. We'll do that later. Hello?
Yes, I'm on.
Of course you're on. Okay, anyway. This is me, Rangan, and this is Akash Roy. Our very first episode of our wrestling podcast. And it's so exciting. Well, Akash, how are you, man?
I'm doing alright today, and it's been kind of a chilly day here in Delhi, so I'm just chilled up today.
Oh, nice. The last time we saw each other is like, I don't know, 6 years ago or something like that?
Yes, I think it was 31st December.
Yes, it was.
Oh, by the way, Happy New Year to you and all our audiences who will hear this.
Happy New Year from the Joker.
That was good.
Thank you.
So, let's get to our topics. We have a lot to cover in such a short time.
Of course, yeah. Let's talk about NXT first. Like, NXT, man.
NXT, the best thing that WWE has to offer right now.
Yes, I mean, War Games was amazing.
The match between Velveteen Dream and Aleister Black was a 5-star classic, man. That match, I don't think SmackDown or Raw has the potential to build up to such a match with absolutely nothing. I mean, they didn't have such kind of a heated rivalry, but whatever they did in the stage, that was brilliant.
Yes, we had Andrade Cien Almas becoming an NXT champion. I never thought personally that he will ever become NXT champion in such a short time, but he is, and it's amazing.
That's the reality, bro. And the thing to notice in that very match was the presence of Selena Vega.
Oh yeah,
she is amazing. Her Hurricanrana is so far the best Hurricanrana I've seen from a female.
Of course, yeah. Better than the. Don't get me wrong, it's way better than the ones in Attitude Era and stuff. Way better than Lita and stuff, you know.
Obviously, the only one closer to her will be the female wrestlers from Lucha Underground.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But she's amazing. That Hurricanrana came out of nowhere.
Yep.
And I was stunned.
I mean, everyone was stunned. Did you hear the audience reaction?
Obviously, the audience went nuts. But Vince wouldn't acknowledge this kind of matches. They would not feature in the best match of 2017.
Exactly.
So that is thing that disappoints me and all the true wrestling fans, hardcore fans.
That's true. Vince does not like NXT. I mean, I've heard it somewhere, I've read it somewhere, but it's true. Vince has a very hard side for NXT. So does Kevin Dunn. So we can't do anything about that. Also, get well soon, Drew McIntyre. You know what happened to him, right?
He is doing alright. I think he posted on his Instagram that he's already working out after his operated, shoulder injury.
Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations on a successful operation.
He's a tough son of a bitch.
Of course. I mean, I hate the fact that he was so underutilized in the main roster. He was supposed to be the quote-unquote chosen one, remember?
Chosen one, yeah. Drew McIntyre.
I'm just disappointed he never won the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, he was on SmackDown. He came close, but he never won it.
Just held the Intercontinental Championship without any real heat.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't even remember his title reign to be that, influential or something like that. And I swear to God.
Okay, let's talk about the War Games match, the cage match, double cage, double ring after a long time since the WCW days.
Oh yeah, I mean that was nostalgia. Only thing, totally different than the old one was that the cages didn't have roofs, so a lot of people were like saying, it's okay.
And the speculation was if you get out of the cage, you forfeit the match for your team. So it worked pretty good. It gave the top rope dive finish move to Adam Cole. So that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool, yeah. one advantage of not having the roof, I guess.
And they didn't even stretch the match. After that certain time period, both the wrestlers entered the ring, and that was, I think, to pace up the match. That was cool.
Yeah, it was nice actually. I like that match.
Done. But the finish was not that great. The finish was not great.
I agree.
Adam Cole just picked up the win with a lame move. The match was going rapidly with a certain pace, and it dropped down to a bit in the finish.
Yeah. Well.
And did you? Killian Dane followed the quiche.
Oh yeah. Killian Dane killed it, man. He killed it in the match. He was amazing.
So NXT is providing a lot of opportunities to everyone in the roster, right?
Yes. Unlike the main roster.
Yes, the main roster is just dumping big guys who were supposed to be great.
Yeah.
Like Finn Balor, Ty Dillinger, Breezango, Ascension.
Especially Breezango. I mean, they were so over with that Fashion Files thing.
I feel bad for Tyler Breeze.
He was talented in NXT.
Fandango was never really that great in WWE, apart from his first match with Chris Jericho in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But apart from that, his life is just going down the slope.
Yeah. Well,
another wrestler that nobody talks about is R-Truth. Man, when he came first in the TNA, I saw him and he had a particular special kind of movesets. He used to sing his own song, he used to dance, he used to cheer up the crowd, and he was not bad as a wrestler, and WWE doesn't even use him. They paired him up with Gold Dust, who himself is overstretching his career.
Yeah. Recently, he teamed up with the 205 Live. I mean, what the hell? That's the kind of career Goldust is in right now. You have to team up with fucking 205 Live superstars.
Alex Heshner, what's his name? I forgot the name. The cruiserweight.
Hideo Itami?
No, the one he paired up with.
Finn Balor?
No, whom Goldust paired up with.
Not Rich Swann.
Rich Swann.
Cedric Alexander.
Cedric Alexander, sorry. Then I missed out on the name. Rich Swann is gone for a long time, I guess. He will never make it back to WWE because one show to Vince and you are suspended for 6 months, and he literally got arrested for domestic violence.
Yeah,
not domestic, he did it in a car.
Like what the hell? Anyway, let's talk about Finn Balor for a moment. I mean, this dude was like literally so over in NXT. He was the main event in NXT. And when he came into the main roster, he became the Universal Champion. That's all good. But what the hell happened after that?
Yeah.
He injured himself.
Finn Balor is the founder of Bullet Club. He should be a huge name to sell the merchandise and stuff. Finn Balor won the Universal Championship, lost it in the next day, forfeited it due to injury, and after his return he never got a match. And yesterday he told it on the live television that he lost the match. Instead of giving his clause, he just told that he wants to enter the Royal Rumble. I mean, why even mention then? Of course you are going to be in the Royal Rumble because it's a 30-man spot and you are expected to be there. Ask for an opportunity. Get him good matches. He's jobbing to Kane. He is fighting Bo Dallas. He is fighting Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
I mean, they're dumping him.
Last year, like after he came back, he had matches with Bray Wyatt, and I swear to God, I did not like any of those matches. I mean, okay, the Finn Balor did perfect Bray Wyatt did amazing, but what was the point of their rivalry at the end? I have no idea. Like, Bray Wyatt became sick, and he had a 5-star match with AJ Styles at the pay-per-view. SummerSlam, I think? I'm not sure.
Yes, it was in the SummerSlam, and a couple of wrestlers fell sick due to some disease in the locker room, and Bray was the first one to catch, and apparently his brother Bo Dallas also caught it, and Roman Reigns. I was happy because Roman Reigns was out of the picture. I don't like the guy. I still don't like him.
Damn. People love him now.
Yeah, but still now Vince is spoon feeding him, and I can't take it on.
I understand. But here's the thing, like, yeah, Finn Balor had an amazing match with AJ Styles. Yeah.
Do you remember specifically for the match versus Bray Wyatt? I mean, it was going to be Finn Balor debuting his another attire, orange pumpkin attire.
Pumpkin Man.
He already had the Demon attire. Why make another? I mean, 2 gimmicks.
Yeah.
Is Vince behind this?
What happened in the independent scene is that he used to be, Spider-Man, he used to be Joker, he used to be Venom and stuff like that. But the Demon is like another superstar of its own, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yes. It has such charisma to it that the Demon King is... I mean, they literally gave the Demon King a separate rating from Finn Balor in WWE 2K games.
Exactly.
So that tells you how much better Finn Balor can be as the Demon King.
But they...
And Sister Abigail had no follow-up to the story. The Sister Abigail story ended with nothing.
Nothing, exactly. It was a waste of time.
The same way that, Emma was brought into the WWE for the second time. She debuted with a persona, then it was dropped the next week. And
Emelina.
then she was released.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emelina. And then she was released. WWE doesn't know what to do with guys.
Here's the thing.
Seriously.
I've heard in a lot of places, and I've even seen the evidence. Kevin Dunn, the executive producer of WWE, he hates people with accents. But here's the thing. Sheamus, Finn Balor, and Becky Lynch... Sorry?
Right, fella.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Sheamus is allowed to cut promos, and he cuts amazing promos. Finn Balor and Becky Lynch are not. You know why? Because Kevin Dunn hates their accents. That's what I heard. But how do you recover from this? Finn Balor teamed up with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson the other day. This past week on Raw.
That was good, man. Finally, Gallows and Anderson getting some spotlight.
Yeah, and they're face now.
They are dumped, literally dumped in the locker room. They don't get opportunities, but still, one day, if they get to team up with their old boss, I think that's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna give not only Finn Balor the spotlight that he always deserved, but Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows are gonna get a push. Like, they were the tag team champions. What the hell happened to them? Like, now we see on SmackDownLive or like...
Hardy's happened.
Hardy's happened, that's true. But here's the thing. In SmackDown, you see... I really don't want to see New Day versus Usos again. I agree, they have amazing contests together, but if you see SmackDown, I mean, Benjamin and Chad Gable deserve the tag team titles. I swear to God, they deserve the tag team titles right now, but they were screwed out of it.
Are great. Their movesets are great. Shelton Benjamin still performs like he used to do in 2008.
Yeah, everything is amazing about them, but I don't know
But
why,
his
but
return was delayed, and he died slowly. But he is trying to regain it back. So also is Rusev and what is then
Aiden
he called
English.
yeah, Rusev Day. Happy Rusev Day.
Happy Rusev Day.
That team, either of them, Aiden English or Rusev deserves to win the US Championship because it's vacant right now at this moment.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Did Dolph leave WWE or they are planning something major?
Here's the thing. Dolph Ziggler hates the company right now. He's not happy with the company, anything about it. And WWE is trying their absolute best to keep him in the company. So what do they do? I think they make that whole thing that Dolph is not happy with the company into a storyline. So now Dolph has left. They're kind of taking it as a storyline and they're making it a big deal, you know? Like, yeah, Dolph has left. Like, officially he is gone from the company, so what do? Like, we have to replace him as a champion, so he has forfeited the title. But here's the thing. Just my theory, like, in Royal Rumble, I guess, when someone becomes the United States champion, Dolph Ziggler is going to come back, and he's going to beat the living fuck out of this guy. And the crowd is going to cheer for him. I swear the crowd is going to cheer for him.
They will still not let him win the Royal Rumble, right?
I don't think he's going to be in the Royal Rumble match. Dolph Ziggler, I mean, because...
No underdog except Rey Mysterio won the Royal Rumble, right?
Chris Benoit, I'm not sure if Chris Benoit was considered an underdog, but yeah,
Rey was considered pretty underdog, but he was given a major push because he was debuting that match to Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people actually disagree with that. Like, I mean, they don't like the fact that Rey Mysterio was given an opportunity to pay homage to Eddie Guerrero. I think Chavo should have been that. I mean, Chavo is Eddie's cousin.
Yes, Chavo is again a great professional wrestler without a gimmick.
Exactly. He doesn't have a gimmick, and he's so amazing. Like Rey Mysterio, don't get me wrong. I love Rey Mysterio. I love that guy.
Yeah, we all do.
I love Chavo as well, but Chavo didn't get the spotlight that he deserves. Rey
Chavo
got
never
it.
got that spotlight in any of the wrestling promotions. He never got it. But I think to a certain level, he did as much as hard work as Eddie did in the ring, and he was not charismatic. That was only his problem because he didn't carry a gimmick.
Yeah, that's true. It's sad as well. I don't know what Chavo is doing right now. I just hope he's okay. I just hope he's happy. I think he deserved a lot more as a, Guerrero.
Obviously.
Yeah, but once again, it's of course up to Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Like, whatever he says happens.
Let's talk about the divas right now. What do you think about them?
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and what's the other name? Yeah, Bayley, the Four Horsewomen.
Or the Absolution and the Riot Squad.
I love them. I fucking love them. They're amazing.
Which one? Because one is copy of the another. They are mirror image produced by the same thing.
Riot Squad is the one in SmackDown, right?
Yeah. Ruby Riot leading the Riot Squad and Paige leading the...
I love the Paige team, actually. I actually like the Paige team because,
I like Sonya Deville because she dresses up as a mixed martial art fighter.
And her movesets are fucking amazing.
Yeah. Her hair is tied up straight and her gimmick is nice.
Yeah, she can kick some ass.
I appreciate it. If you see a gimmick that is to be appreciated, then you do appreciate. Fans love it. That is the thing that WWE doesn't get. need not put gimmicks on everybody. The Ascension doesn't need a gimmick. They are a superb tag team. And if you had put them on a gimmick, let them rise up to the level. Let them be number one contender once. Let them lose, but still let them be a number one contender.
We are talking about Ascension. Ascension is a tag team that were unstoppable in NXT. But they came into the main roster and then they died.
They were incredible. They made their main roster debut. Like, here's the thing, again. I was hearing to a podcast, or rather an interview of Triple H, and Triple H was saying that, I know it that some people wouldn't get that much of space as they do in NXT. They have their individuality, they have their freedom, they have their independence. But if they go to the main roster, they will fail miserably. But I have no choice because I need to send my guys, at least one or two, every now and then to the main roster. And the only guy that I am satisfied with sending into the main roster is Elias Sampson, because he deserved to be in the main roster because he carried a gimmick so great that was underutilized in NXT, but he is so far doing great in Raw.
That's true, but he needs to win matches. Elias needs to win matches. Have you seen his size of his whole body? I mean, he's large. He's huge.
He's a build-up Seth Rollins.
Exactly. But
why not push that guy? He's
exactly.
So his mic skills are great. I mean, there are a few guys hardly whose mic skill is great. One of them is Miz. The second is going to be Enzo. Third is going to be Elias, because they are absolutely great.
Don't get me wrong, Finn Balor is amazing in the microphone as well, but he needs to build more charisma. Here's the thing I told you, Kevin Dunn hates Irish accents. Kevin Dunn hates anyone with accents. I mean, Finn Balor is not cutting useful promos as he did in NXT because of this. But at the same time, yeah?
I was in New Delhi for the WWE Live event, and the match between Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt was literally bullshit, because Bray Wyatt was exiting the ring every now and then, and they had a very little match time.
Yeah.
And I saw that Finn Balor just took out the mic and gave a promo which wasn't great, because again, he has certain restrictions, and which, I mean, he has not done a proper promo since a long time, I guess.
Nope.
So, yeah, he hasn't.
The last amazing promo I ever saw him was in NXT. Him and Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, Shinsuke was challenging Finn Balor, and it was so amazing. Like, the crowd was amazing on that.
How many matches had Shinsuke Nakamura had in the main roster as a singles competitor and as a partner of Randy Orton?
Well,
they're not a tag team yet, but every now and then Shane or Daniel Bryan pairs them up for no apparent reason.
Shinsuke has lost his spotlight. Don't get me wrong, like, I thought a lot of things would happen in the so-called land of opportunities in SmackDown Live, but he was in the worst feuds I've ever seen against Baron Corbin. Who else? Baron Corbin and who else? Miz? No.
Corbin versus Nakamura?
Yeah. Who else did Nakamura face in SmackDown?
Nakamura was first up with Dolph Ziggler, because he's the guy WWE go to for all their answers. The main roster call-ups from the NXT.
That's true. Yeah.
Bobby Roode had a feud with Dolph Ziggler.
Then he had a feud with Baron Corbin as well.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay, let's talk about now the thing that will get you excited for Broken Matt.
Yeah. So delightful you just mentioned that, Brother Roy. Yeah.
So how long have you been waiting for his debut.
One fucking year ever since his WrestleMania return.
I mean, still, I don't feel that the promos he cuts aren't properly shot as they did back in TNA with a much lower budget.
Here's the thing. How can I explain this? Yeah. He may have the creative control over this. Like, I've heard he has creative control, but I don't believe it. He is being told.
But nobody having a bird's eye view over him. Vince or higher authorities or board of directors, whoever it may be.
That's true. But I heard that he's supposed to do whatever he's told, but he's supposed to say whatever he feels like. He's supposed to say what he feels like, but he's not supposed to do what he feels like. Like, he can just...
No, we can see that, because if he had full control over his gimmick, I am sure that Vanguard 1 will be there.
Yeah, Vanguard 1 would definitely be there. Like, Rebby Sky would be there as well, like, playing piano.
King
Maxwell, yes, King Maxwell. I love that dude.
Brother Nero will be out for several months, I guess.
Brother Nero will be out. Nero will come back in like April or something like that. He said. Why am I calling him Brother Nero?
Jeff Hardy.
It's Jeff
Hardy. No, let's call him Willow.
Willow, yeah. He wants to add Willow in WWE as well. Like,
Willow sucks. Willow doesn't work.
I know. But people actually love that guy, Willow.
People love Jeff Hardy, but not Willow. I am a huge Jeff Hardy fan, but here's the thing. After his match with Sting, after the over-toxicated match, he has lost charm and he has put on weight.
Yeah.
The Jeff Hardy we used to see growing up, driving from driving from long ladders and stuff.
Yeah.
That Jeff Hardy dead.
You know, he kind of returned that like that in WrestleMania. Like, that's the same Jeff Hardy sort of.
But he used to do that week in and week out, so.
Oh yeah.
That's a delayed reaction.
Of course, it's in PG right now, and back then it was PG. No, it was not PG. It was TV-14. But in 2009, he did that as well, right?
Yes.
Like
2009.
He had an amazing match. Like,
he won the championships.
He had 2 matches with Undertaker, and they were so amazing. Both of them were so amazing. One was in the TV-14 Raw, and the other was in PG era SmackDown, and they were amazing ladder matches, both of them.
The biker one.
The first one, yeah, the biker one, yeah. And they were amazing matches.
I have got a question for you.
Yeah.
I'm going out of topic. Yeah. That why do we need a 205 Live, a separate show with not enough wrestlers to compete on the show?
Here's the thing. They're treating 205 Live as... Okay, you remember WWE Heat, WWE Sunday Night Heat? Yeah, exactly. They're treating 205 like that. But here's the thing. Why do you need 205 Live when the cruiserweights are already competing on Raw?
Exactly. As well as Goldust.
Yeah. Wait, 205 Live has Goldust now. Are you serious?
No,
what?
temporarily.
Okay.
Temporarily, to fill up the spots. Because they don't have that roster. You have seen 4-man matches, tag team matches happening every day. They have
same matches, same freaking matches.
They have Zone Train with half of their roster. Drew Gulak is in it.
Yeah.
Noam Dar.
Mustafa Ali, no.
Tony Nese and Enzo. That is exactly the half of the roster you are having to build up as a faction. It isn't it.
They thought that it'll be amazing, like the entire 205 Live roster on Raw. Like, the whole thing about cruiserweights being on Raw, I find it stupid. Cruiserweights need to return to SmackDown like they were in 2003 and 2004 up till 2008.
They need to be incorporated into a separate they need to merge into another big show because as they have done with the United States Championship, they have incorporated the whole division into NXT. So that was a good move because that gives the wrestlers a lot of exposure to be associated with another running show, which is popular.
Yeah.
But as standalone, they wouldn't do any great matches. And over there also, they are dumping guys. They are dumping the masked wrestlers. Liz Dorado, what was the other name? Grand Metallic, the final match of Cruiserweight Classic with TJ Perkins. That was great. Have you seen that match?
Yep. Cruiserweight Classic was amazing.
That was amazing, and they didn't hire all of the wrestlers. They hired like 8 or 9, and they brought in Tajiri for no apparent reason, and he quitted like almost after having 2 or 3 matches. So here's the roster of 205 Live. Noam Dar, one guy, Mustafa Ali, Lince Dorado, Jack Gallagher. Then you have Grand Metallic, Drew Gulak, Cedric Alexander, Brian Kendrick, who is injured, so he's out. So you have Arya Daivari and Akira Tozawa. And you got Hideo Itami. So that's 11 guys running one show.
Yeah.
And they have to come back and compete on Raw.
And
so
SmackDown.
The match is supposed to be repetitive.
And of course, like some of the stuff they do in 205 Live, you've already done that on Raw.
And I feel that if Enzo wasn't there to save their ass, nobody would watch 205 Live.
Yeah, Enzo is the only reason why 205 Live is amazing. Not amazing, but it's relevant.
Yeah, just floating on the surface of the water.
Yeah.
One thing that WWE is doing with Enzo is patching him up with this
Nia Jax.
Again, for no apparent reason. Why would you do that?
I heard it's to humiliate him.
It feels so fake.
Yeah, I know, right?
Literally,
it seems forced.
Seems forced, exactly. And for that, to maintain that kind of a gimmick, Nia Jax will be, pushed out of the main picture, pushed out of the main title matches. She deserved a title match. Let's be honest. On a pay-per-view,
she deserved to win at WrestleMania.
She's a big girl.
Yeah.
She's the wrestler in the women division, and Alex, she had a small feud with Alexa Bliss, and now they're back together.
I know you really don't know what to say about this. Like, seriously, what the hell are they doing with Nia Jax? I mean, she deserves everything amazing.
Went back to square one with her.
Yeah?
They went back to square one with her.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this. Like, this is so awkward. The whole promo about her and Enzo being together is so awkward, I swear.
And what's your take on this Shane McMahon versus Daniel Bryan feud going on?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Daniel Bryan just turned heel on SmackDown.
I saw that today, and it wasn't needed at all.
It was unnecessary.
Such a baby face. If you want to make a heel, then make Shane heel, because he has done it for so many years.
And here's the thing. I really hate it when authority figures show up in these superstar matches. Like, you don't need Shane McMahon.
They take up the main event spot for themselves.
Look at Survivor Series. I mean, just look at it.
We didn't need we don't need Triple H to represent Raw.
I would have, honestly, I'm gonna be really honest with you only. I would have loved to see Jason Jordan over there instead of Triple H. Jason Jordan is an amazing superstar.
They are in-ring performers. They are good in-ring performers, and their career is just starting. So they need to have major exposure rather than these dudes whose careers are literally over. They turn up for one or two matches and they steal the spotlight.
Yeah.
For Triple H, Shane McMahon, Kurt Angle, John Cena.
Especially
This new
John
guy,
Cena. Why was he even in SmackDown? He came back on Raw the other night.
he's a free agent. He
Oh.
doesn't need to be on any side.
Ah.
Of course, if you are a free agent, you wouldn't give 100% to any of the brands, right?
Yeah.
It's not for your prestige.
Like, he came on SmackDown.
He didn't even wear a SmackDown t-shirt. He was sponsoring his own gear.
Exactly. I just found it stupid to bring John Cena into Survivor Series. Like, I could have had someone else on SmackDown side. You know,
There are so many superstars. There are so many people to choose from.
Ascension. You can just choose Connor or Victor.
Dolph Ziggler didn't make it to the SmackDown team.
Yeah, I feel so sad about Dolph Ziggler. Like he didn't have an amazing 2017. He had the worst of all 2017.
How do you kill such a major push when he defeated the Authority all by himself with a little bit help from Sting? His whole team was eliminated. He was up against Seth Rollins and there was another wrestler I forgot.
I'm not really sure. I think it was only Seth Rollins and maybe Kane. I'm not sure.
It was 2 versus 1. It was 2 versus 1, and then Triple H came out when the existence of the Authority was shaking up. So that's when Sting debuted. Again, another wrestler
Buried.
WWE is trying now exactly what TNA was doing 10 years earlier. WWE is doing now. WWE is hiring from TNA. TNA originals. Every original TNA superstar has stepped foot in the squared circle in WWE.
Except
James Storm.
James Storm and Abyss.
But James Storm debuted in NXT for a brief stint. He went back and again when they negotiated his contract. Except Abyss.
Yeah.
And Shark Boy. Because Shelia.
I mean, Shark Boy is not even in TNA anymore.
I know, he's an independent.
I feel bad for TNA. Like, it was so amazing at first, but then it just sank. It was a ship, and it sank.
They lost their TV deals, but it never died, because Jeff Jarrett always put up something up his sleeve.
Yeah.
Okay, so enough of this WWE talks. Let's talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling. That is tomorrow.
I can't
How
wait.
hyped are
I can't wait, to be honest.
So, I mean, who are you rooting for exactly?
I have no idea.
idea.
I'm switching between Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho, but here's the thing, I love Kenny Omega. I love that guy. Who doesn't? Really?
Everybody does. Everybody loves the cleaner.
Of course. But here's the thing, who doesn't love Chris Jericho? Answer me that.
At this moment, Triple H. And Vince.
Except him. Except that, like,
and
shovel
you are
thing.
going to be more pissed off because Chris Jericho, I think, about an hour ago, he posted a picture of him, and beside him, they had Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, and the quote said, the caption said that we are coming to New Japan again. That was intense.
I didn't see that. Let me go and see that. Holy shit. Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. That's a drawn image though, but still, exactly what WWE is scared to mention.
My god.
Whatever Chris Benoit did in his personal life, that has nothing to do with his wrestling career, right? He was such a great wrestler. They removed his content from their website. That was a disrespect because the whole murder was a mystery.
Yeah, and they actually still have his stuff in the WWE network.
Yeah, but they never acknowledge him. They never mention him. So that hurts, man. As a wrestling fan, that hurts.
That really hurts. But at the same time, we can just go ahead and see his matches and stuff.
Did you check the picture?
No, I didn't see the picture yet. I'm just scrolling down his official page right now.
Not check out his Instagram.
Okay.
Check out his Instagram.
Okay. Thank you.
Meanwhile, let me talk about something that I have heard now. Chris Jericho went to Triple H to hire some NXT wrestlers for his cruise, which is now being named as Rock and Roll Wrestling Major at Sea, which is going to be held on October 27th. And Triple H didn't lend out his wrestlers, so Chris Jericho apparently walked out from his office, hired ROH wrestlers, moved to the independent circuits, announced himself for WrestleKingdom12, the match everybody wants to see. Dream match, Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho. I still can't believe Chris Jericho is fighting in New Japan Pro Wrestling tomorrow at WrestleKingdom12 with Kenny Omega, two of the best wrestlers
in the world right now.
Yeah. I mean, the last run in WWE was so great from Chris Jericho.
Yeah, the list of Jericho.
The gimmick was great. The in-ring skill was still great because I can't imagine at this age Chris Jericho would nail perfect Lionsaults.
Of course. He had the perfect Lionsaults that I've ever seen. Like, it was so satisfying to watch, you know?
And when he defeated Roman Reigns, my God. That peace.
Yeah.
That state of peace. That level of peace is the exact amount of peace the world needs right now.
That's true.
So ROH loaned out the wrestlers for the cruise.
That's
they
nice.
lent out Cody Rhodes, Young Bucks, Dalton Castle, Marty Scurll. I love Marty Scurll. He is the penguin of wrestling.
Who doesn't? Like, seriously, Marty Scurll is the GOAT.
He has the same outfit as a penguin.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
Such a Batman fan. Then the Briscoes and Brandy Rhodes. That means they will have female wrestlers as well.
So basically, the Bullet Club.
Yep, the Bullet Club, and they have special guests too. DDP, Mick Foley, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Rey Mysterio. Wow. Rey Mysterio is going to the cruise of Jericho. Drink it in, man.
Hell yeah.
Raven as well. That's great.
I just saw the picture right now. Holy shit. This is so nostalgic.
This is the best thing I've seen today.
Hey, New Japan, we are back.
We are back. I mean, I always loved Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, and Chris Jericho. I think they belong to an elite level of professionals who brought the limelight from WCW to WWE.
Of course, like they came from they came from ECW to WCW to WWF. Then they were the what do you call that? Jericho came back later. No, Jericho made his debut in WWE later in 1999. But
with The Rock.
Yes. Rock was in the ring and he just got a verbal thrashing from The Rock, but that was the most coolest debut I've ever seen in my life. Jericho's debut. Holy shit.
Absolutely. And
nothing can ever beat that. You know, not even Shinsuke Nakamura's debut, not even Bobby Roode's debut. I mean, don't get me wrong, they come in second, but Jericho's debut? Oh, fucking MVP, man. That was the best thing.
World,
exactly.
I still do YouTube and watch the clip.
The roar of the crowd.
They went nuts.
Yeah. Alpha versus Omega. Holy shit, this is gonna be amazing.
So another thing, probably the last topic that we are going to discuss today, the last two topics I would like to discuss. The first thing is, what is Asuka doing in the main roster? She doesn't deserve to be in the main roster yet because the heat on NXT hasn't died yet and the main roster is not giving her enough good matches.
What I think is Asuka should be booked just like Brock Lesnar. I mean, look at the similarities. Asuka is strong. Asuka is an amazing athlete. And she was undefeated. Much like Brock Lesnar in like all the pay-per-views.
Goldberg.
She should be
Goldberg.
booked like Brock Lesnar.
She's more Goldberg.
Yeah.
But
Well,
here's the thing. We know that Asuka is undefeated, right?
Yeah.
And you make her debut against Emma, then she has a feud with Dana Brooke. These are weaklings. We already know who is going to win this match. So in that 15 minutes or so, I am going to switch the channel because I already know the result. I will know. I know already that there is no way Dana Brooke is going to defeat Asuka, right? For sure.
Dana Brooke never won a match.
Yeah, so why put lame superstars against Asuka, who hasn't been defeated, in your main roster?
That's
Because
true.
in NXT, we had Ember Moon, Peyton Royce.
Yeah. Billy Kay and
Ember Moon is so great. Her finisher, man.
I know.
A slight bit of mistake
I want to see a match.
carry a big injury to your opponent.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see a match between Kairi Sane and Asuka. I mean, why not? Kairi Sane is fucking amazing. Asuka is amazing, and these two deserve a match together.
What is Ember Moon finishers like? I mean, is it a stunner from the top rope or is it a diamond cutter?
I think it's a diamond cutter.
It's like a diamond cutter.
Yeah, I think it's a diamond cutter. We have to ask Ember Moon for that.
Invite her in our podcast.
Maybe she will listen to us. Who knows? Just two.
What is Rhino doing in WWE? Okay, that was not my topic. I just felt that for Rhino. Anyways, last topic of the day.
Yeah.
How great is Cody Graves on the mic?
He's fucking great. Corey Graves. I'm just sad.
I don't like JBL.
I'm just glad. I'll be just glad that JBL showed up for main roster. I'm just happy that he's still around. That's all.
Yeah, man. I mean, every show he's commentating on every show, and he's doing so great. Who knew that a professional wrestler could do such a great commentary?
Who's JBL or Corey Graves? Like I like both.
I like Cody Graves because he speaks sense.
Yeah, JBL just blabbers around though.
Not so much. And Ronaldo is also so great in NXT.
Yeah.
Perfect. I mean, Mamma Mia. I love his,
Mamma Mia.
He does every time, right?
Yeah. The reason he left SmackDown Live was due to JBL bullying him.
I can't imagine that, man.
I know.
Wasn't he a heel all his life? Like after the APA?
Yeah. All his life.
Damn.
I know. He went to the ECW pay-per-views as well, and he just bashed all of them. Like, this is the reason. I'm the reason why ECW is gonna become big. I'm the reason why tickets are gonna sell, etc., like that.
And they stole that exact same gimmick and placed it on Alberto Del Rio.
Oh yeah, they tried to. They tried.
They had same car.
Yeah.
That was a recycling process.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if Alberto Del Rio had the same gimmick back in the independent scene, but now he's doing pretty well.
He is. He is doing pretty well.
I'm just glad Paige is back in WWE.
I am glad that Seth Rollins is still the tag team champion, but not with Ambrose. What was that? What is that about? I mean, they won the tag team titles on their first match, debuting a team and winning it, snatching it from Cesaro. And by the way, how long has it been since Cesaro used a spin or a neutralizer? Because every time he does that, someone reverses it.
Yeah. But the crowd likes it. So what Vince McMahon does is that he doesn't like the move. He doesn't like that the fact that heels are being cheered. He doesn't like that very idea. So what he does is that he just tells people that don't let him do that move, etc., etc.
Okay, so
That's the very same reason why heels don't sell merchandise. No t-shirts, nothing else. Heels will never sell anything. Only faces do. That's the reason why WWEshop.com doesn't look as amazing like in 2008. Everyone was supposed to sell things in 2008. Rules were different.
WWE back in those days was the shit. Now, not so much.
Not so much. That's true.
Not so at all. Only their games are selling.
Yeah. The only thing I love is the games, that's all. Even the mobile games, that's all.
So they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, how often can I control a NXT guy and defeat a main roster guy?
That's true.
That provides the satisfaction that hardcore wrestling fans need.
That's true.
So all the best to... Okay, let's pick our choices here and end this podcast. Who are you supporting for WrestleKingdom12?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
A bet.
Say, tell me the bet.
The bet remains to be decided yet because I have not thought about the wager, but let's just place a random bet, right? Who are you rooting for?
I don't know. I'm rooting for Chris Jericho. I'm sorry.
I'm going for the Bullet Club then.
Perfect.
I think that they will try to show Chris Jericho coming as strong because they already did that.
Yeah.
And the whole Bullet Club is going to be present in that event, from Cody Rhodes to the Young Bucks, everybody. So Kenny has a lot of backup, and I don't see somehow the title changing hands because I don't think they have provided such a contract to Chris Jericho.
I don't think it's for the NJPW United States Championship.
The championship.
It is?
It's for the championship. It is.
Whoa. Okay.
They have 2 main events tomorrow.
Okay, that's fucking cool.
And if he wins the championship, I'm going nuts.
Me too, man. Holy shit. Means he will be... Wait a minute. If he wins the championship, means he is officially in NJPW.
For some time, I guess. Yeah. Until the next pay-per-view.
I don't know. I haven't checked. Wow, our podcast is 53 minutes long.
People are going to hear that because we talked about some of the major topics that we needed to discuss as wrestling fans.
Yeah.
So good night to you and good night to everybody who is gonna listen.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for hearing this first episode of the Wrestling Podcast.
Ka-chow.
Yeah. Too sweet, kiss it. Ooh, yeah.
Good night.
Good night.